Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misscliks D&D Devotion. So, you guys have made your signs, lots of flyers. Kellen is writing a musical piece, and this actually takes a little bit longer than you were expecting. It ends up taking most of the day here in the Governor's Palace, which is fine. So you guys are all invited to what is supposed to be a farewell dinner for Kess and Kellen and their crew. Supposed to be the thank you for rescuing the prince. We've already thrown a couple of parties, but this is like our final farewell dinner. You are informed at the 11th hour that the prince himself cannot make it after all. He has unfortunately had to go back on very urgent business back to the capital, which I think you can kind of piece together is probably not true. He's kind of a dick and probably just bailed, but it's the prince, you know. So you're all invited to this dinner. Kellen, you've come down by now, I think. Yeah, you took those in the morning. Yeah. And
help me write my song, though.
Yeah. And everyone's gathering in this banquet hall for dinner. Anything that I should know, or that the viewers should know, or any of you should know before we commence with dinner?
Kellen's just really getting into this. He likes the idea that his music is like about to mean something for the world, you know, so he's taking it very seriously. And he's all like, he's been like tuning his lute, and he's got like a really simple stage set up with just like one stool, you know, no frills, just his lute sitting up there.
Nice. All the guests get seated. There's a couple of them. You recognize one or two from the party last night that you were introduced to, but you don't remember their names. The governor himself takes a seat down at one end, and the servants start to bring out food. The governor gets up and says, for our final... Yes, Olivia?
Are we there, right?
Yeah, you're totally there. Yeah.
So I'm sitting next to Guy.
Sure.
I'm wearing the armor of Fritz.
For our fabulous feast tonight, we will be serving the very finest of a Cuban delicacy, roasted hippogriff. Please enjoy. And with that, the servants bring out all this like delicious, juicy meat on these like silver platters.
Oh my God,
so like,
right?
Looks so good.
Yeah, you guys are all there, and you can like hear the music starting to pick up as performers off in the corners start like playing on harps gently in the background, and conversation picks up at dinner as a slab of hippogriff with some asparagus and some mashed potatoes and a little bit of corn. It gets served on the table as well in front of you. Each of you.
Did I pick up the whole hippogriff thing? I don't think I did, right?
No, I think you and Guy have been like jamming on music all day, and you're kind of oblivious to the hippogriff.
Yeah, that's
problem.
what I figured. So I'm like, oh my God, Guy, I am so hungry with all of our creative juices that have been flowing all day. I feel this is exactly what I need.
We like need to replace the creative juices with the hippogriff juices, you know?
Oh yeah, and then I like
Yeah.
high five him for the first time ever, and we like lend that high five. It's like we've been high fiving all day.
Nice.
Kellen's just looking at Peony really nervously before doing anything with his plate.
Dean just looks very kind of indignant and just leans over and says, "This is why your music is needed. People are still doing this."
Like, my music's needed, like, for me to say this to everyone, like, here right now.
Whenever it's time to play is when you should do it, but I imagine just starting a song randomly in the middle of dinner would probably not be the best time.
Well, like, obviously, okay, I'm not stupid, but, like, because I was thinking that maybe, like, it would be more effective to, like, play this when people aren't eating hippogriff, because I didn't really know that people ate hippogriff, and it might just, like, convolute the message when they're already, you know, being served hippogriff. Like, maybe it'd be better for another time.
Yeah, that's what I just said.
Oh, cool. So, like, not at this dinner. So I should just, like, play one of my classics.
No, the concert's after dinner. It's not during dinner.
Well, it's like kind of the same event, you know?
That's just it. That's that box you're thinking in again. Like, you think of this dinner and the concert and the event all as one thing, but like, if you start to separate them and realize that all of these are just connected by time and space, then you'll stop thinking of things as like clumped together in one.
Yeah, I guess I am kind of like being restrained by what other people think. Like, I guess that's not really what art's about, you know?
Exactly.
So everyone's eating. Peen and Kellen, do you eat your hippogriff? I mean, it's
No,
already
Peen-
cut and dead and roasted before you. It's just going to go to waste if you don't eat it.
Peen eats around it.
Kellen?
Kellen sneaks bites of it when he thinks Peen is not looking.
When he thinks what?
When he thinks Peen is not looking.
So the governor comes by partway through dinner over to the area where the four of you are seated and looks awkwardly, maybe confusedly at Peen and goes, excuse me, I do not remember this person. Where is Kess? Where's Ransom? Where is Rhonda? Who is new person?
Who's this addressed to?
To you. About the person adjacent to you.
Ransom and Rhonda are trash and are no longer welcome here. But Cass is just taking some time to herself, and this is our honored guest, Peony.
We have saying in Akuba, no party is successful party if people are not trashed day after.
Yeah. Totes.
So this is, what was the name again?
Peony.
Peony. Well, welcome to my home, Peony. I can see you are saving your hippogriff for last. Best for last always. Have you at least tried a little bit? It is so very good. Killed today. Perfectly fresh. This afternoon, actually. Here in the palace. Is very good.
Yeah. I appreciate you having me here, and it's quite the honor. My name's Peen, and I actually the meat of the hippogriff doesn't agree with me, so I will try to not eat it.
This is okay.
Peony, I thought that you told me something else about hippogriffs. Like, are you not being true to your principles right now, or?
Oh?
She kind of looks at Kellen and is like, I guess that's a good point, is we should talk about it right now. And that's just that I'm actually here to try and raise awareness and protest that the unnecessary hunting and killing and consequent feeding on hippogriffs is really one of the big problems.
No.
When there's no more hippogriffs, and then you know who will be laughing? Not hippogriffs, because they'll all be dead.
You listen to crazy activists way too much. Hippogriffs are scourge on city. They eat people crop. They breathe in nasty numbers and make nasty smells. They ruin hippogriffs are rodents. They are only good for eating. We are currently working on a way to have a hippogriff farm where we trim their wings so they cannot fly away, and then they stuck on the ground, and we breed for mass consumption. Is good, like cattle.
Did you say they're like rodents?
I mean, morality speaking, they're a useless creature, like rodent, like rat. They cause problem, they do no good, but they're so good, as if rat tastes like avocado. They're a wonderful creature.
Hippogriffs are a natural predator to some of the most dangerous and scary predators that come out mostly at night. And hippogriffs are mythical creatures. They're half horse, half eagle. And these are two of the more majestic, loyal, and beautiful things we have in our lives. And while I respect you and your sovereignty, and I understand that you have made the conscious choice to run your city this way, I'm just here to ask that you consider all life a little bit more precious than useless.
You vegetarian then, yes?
No, I'm not. I think that it's important to worship the sacrifice of some of the more freely consumed animals, but like the ones that'll fight and defend themselves and are aware, I try not to eat those ones.
Okay, so we kill hippogriff while they sleep, then they no defend, then it's okay to eat. Gotcha, okay. Or maybe we poke with needle in brain when very little, so they just stupid whole life?
I think
Yeah.
if you were to poke a hippogriff in the brain with a needle, it wouldn't be the only thing in that room that's had its brain poked with a needle.
No, because we have poke all hippogriff in same room for mass production. Easier way if we use one room for brain poking rather than, separate room for each hippogriff is not very cost
Listen,
effective.
what
It is
you
okay,
poke
you know
in
understand
a closed
governing.
room- What you poke in a closed room is totally your business. Like when Kellen and I used to make sweet love all the time, like that was our business.
I thought Kellen and Olivia couple.
Yep. That's the case. Yep.
Ah.
Meanwhile, I'm like next to guys, just like both of us. I bet we're like eating in a synchronous fashion too. It's like
Well, despite your strange and frankly, what is it? Hippocratic? No. Hippocratic way of speaking of things. Welcome to my home. We enjoy you here. He moves on down the table, speaking to each guest in turn. Eventually, unless someone else has something to say after the governor leaves, dinner begins to wrap up, and glasses get clinked with a...
Oh
That
wow!
was not as loud as I had hoped it would be. And the room falls silent. The governor says, today we have a musical performance by Kess and Kellen, but without Kellen, so it's just Kess and Kess.
You mean Kellen?
I mean Kellen and Kellen. You elves all look same.
Okay. It's like kind of rude, but like, yeah, thanks. Awesome. Okay. Cullen takes the stool. He kind of is like, yeah, usually like we like to just, tear the roof off when we perform. But since this is our last night here, and I just had taken some time to just like really think and feel, I want to just break it down for you guys and just like, have a heart to heart. He starts strumming his lute. And he's like, someone was telling me to just like really spend some time thinking, and think before I act. So, thanks Peony for inspiring this song. And he kind of strums his lute and he's like, take a minute and breathe. Take a minute and think again. This moment doesn't have to end. Doesn't have to end. Two animals joined as one. Let's all know and believe in this. We all must save the hippogriffs. The hippogriffs. Thank you.
There is scattered, awkward applause around the room. The governor most definitely doesn't...
Bean's clapping pretty happily, wiping away a tear.
The governor sits awkwardly and quietly. Peen going out of control. Guy definitely giving an applaud and like a head nod, going along with it. But everyone else is pretty quiet and awkward.
Yeah, song just about like, thinking about ourselves and our decisions. So like, thanks a lot for having us. How about a round of Pound the Table, Sing the Song? Yeah. Goes into his hit.
Partway, like 3 bars into it, the governor stands up and kind of waves a hand and says, oh, hold. You may not know from faraway place, but You have deeply and gravely insulted me tonight. Dinner is over. And he just like turns and walks away.
And then I get up, like, with like my fork with like hippogriff on it, and I'm like, babe!
I don't know, man. We were just talking about it at the table and it was fine. And now apparently it's not fine.
Peen stands up and walks after the governor.
All right. You catch him walking down the hall.
I say, Mr. Governor, man, can I have a minute of your time?
Yes.
What Kellen did was because I asked him to do that, and I should take full responsibility. And honestly, after being accepted into your home and seeing this dinner, it has occurred to me as I was doing this new kind of exercise called jogging, and I kind of introspectively...
Yes, jogging. I'm very familiar with the jogging. Yes.
Right. They're doing it a lot up in kind of the eastern lands, but I was thinking to myself, and while it might be my truth that it's important to talk about and save maybe even the hippogriffs, if I think about it, your culture, your practices, and what you do is so different, and it's also sacred, and it's also important. And frankly, it's also outside of the box. So I take full responsibility. I'm sorry that he performed that song, and if you could please forgive them, I will excuse myself from this dinner, and you guys can continue to have your hippogriff party.
I appreciate honesty. I appreciate directness. I do not appreciate you taking my star musician and having him insult me in fancy dinner party in front of all guests. This will be talk of town for many months.
It was incidental, but I can understand how you feel that way, because I understand how you feel always, and I'm sorry.
Well, goodbye, Peen.
Goodbye, Mr. Governor Man.
And he proceeds down the hallway again. Back at the dinner table, all the other guests have kind of gotten up and excused themselves. It's very clear dinner has ended very awkwardly. The musicians are just sitting around waiting for someone to tell them what to do. The servants start clearing the plates quickly. And pretty soon, it's just the three of you, Kellen, Olivia, and Guy. And then Peen walks back into the room.
I'm saying to Olivia, I'm like, you know what, babe? Like, the thing is that you're not really a cutting edge artist if you're not challenging people and ideas, you know? And if like all these people feel that challenged by my ideas, then I'm probably doing something right. Cause like, what is art but to like inspire people to think and change their ways? And like, who really cares what it is they're thinking about or changing? But like the fact that I inspired them to do that just like feels really good, you know?
But you just offended them.
Huh?
Like, instead of thinking, you just made them upset and feel disrespected, so they won't really think about the message you're trying to get across because you're not talking their language.
Don't you think they'll think about it though? Like planting a seed, you know?
No, I think they would just be pissed off and think that you don't understand their customs. Have you thought about the other side of the coin? Like, he was talking about how the hippogriffs are vermin and pests. Like, maybe the hippogriffs have been attacking poor children, for all I know.
This is why I should never spend any time with freaking Peony. She's the worst. She always makes me do stuff, and then I like hate myself for it, and I'm just an idiot, and I don't know how she even wormed her way back into our lives. Like, I broke up with her because I just couldn't even make her happy, and she just like didn't seem to like anything
What
about
do
me.
you mean, wormed her way into our lives? We've just been like hanging out with her for like barely a day.
Look, it may feel that way to you, but now I'm like losing my whole music career because of her, and like everybody hates me, and I might as well just like go back to like working on a farm or something because
Babe, don't get too upset. It's all right, Guy? Like, we can find a way to get back from this hit in our musical journey. We should
no, everything's failing. I'm never ever going to be able to come back from this ever again.
No, we need to write an apology song. That's what we need to do.
I don't really agree, Olivia.
Well, what do you think we should do, Guy?
Like, I think we came in with a storm, had a couple of smash hits. You did at least. Like, really won the heart of this land. And, like, we just kind of overstayed our welcome and kind of, like, spilled a little. You know, like, we spilled some wine on the floor. And we should probably just, like, go. You know, like, time heals all wounds. I think if we, like, stick around and try and mend this, it's going to make it worse.
Is that how you feel about Ransom as well?
I'm not entirely clear what happened with Ransom and Cass. You said they broke up, but like that doesn't really make a lot of sense. Ransom and Cass are perfect for each other. I'm sure it's just like a small fight and they'll get over it. Like whatever.
How are
really-
they perfect for each other? They've never been perfect for each other.
Dude, you've never been able to see it, but there's like a deeper love there.
Yeah, I don't see it.
I mean,
Ransom's trash.
It's one of those loves that's like not based on common interests, which doesn't seem to
Or-
make a lot of sense, but like, you know, there's a
Yeah,
lot of
not-
heart there.
Not based on common interests or chemistry or, mutual respect or anything at all.
Imagine how strong a love is that is made up of those things, or isn't made up of those things. Like to endure it all, there's got to be like something even deeper there. It's got to be like soulmate stuff, you know?
You really should write a song about that, Guy.
Soulmate stuff.
Yeah. It's really deep.
Yeah, I got a song idea. He pulls out a book. He starts writing something. Meanwhile, Keen comes back to the table.
So you really think we should just leave and not apologize and have them be upset?
Yeah, of
Have the
course.
whole
Yeah.
population be upset?
Uh-huh.
Well, I want to go apologize.
Uh-huh.
I just tried to take responsibility and told him that it was my fault because it is. And he's pretty sure that he's still been upset and has been made fun of and is very mad about it. Which is too bad because like that's a box too that he's in. He's in a box of anger that he
Like
put himself
a
in.
physical box?
Kind of, Olivia. It's kind of like a box that is both physically restraining him from being able to move out of it emotionally.
Well, can we get him out of that box?
You can always get out of a box.
Not always. You sometimes can't. You shouldn't speak in absolutes.
You're right. That's a box.
So, like, how do you open a box?
That's what's nice about it. Like there's so many different ways to open it. It just kind of starts with you. You know what I mean?
So I need to go talk to him, is what you're saying.
I think that could not hurt, but it also could hurt.
Interesting. I start walking off.
Okay, you can find the governor. He's hanging around in a smoking room with a few of his buddies from the dinner. It's a small, cozy room with red velvets all over the place and some like gold-trimmed glasses that everyone's drinking out of. A servant lets you into the room. And the governor looks up and says, Olivia, one of the most wonderful pleasures to come into my palace in a long time.
Aw, that's very sweet of you. Well, and then I like up my voice in a little bit and I'm like, as band manager of Kess and Kellen, I would like to present our excuses for this offensive song. It has been introduced by a bad influence that has recently come into our lives, and I will make sure that this influence does not have any further bad impacts on our bands and the way that we respect your people.
Olivia is jealous.
No.
Yes,
I am
we see
never
through you. Yes, we see. I mean, ex-girlfriend come to town, and in less than a day, your boyfriend already writes song for her.
No. It's not for her. It's about hippogriffs. It's for hippogriffs.
He writes song for her in less than 24 hours as soon as she show up. If you not jealous woman, you stupid woman.
I'm not stupid.
Then you must be jealous. Is
No.
okay. Is okay. My wife, she how you say? Make it the babies with other people. Yes? She not around very often. We have terrible, terrible marriage. Totally awful. She make me jealous all the time. Is what happened when you very young and get married. Bad idea. Wait till
And
older.
what's the moral of your story?
Yes, wait till you're older to get married. At least bare minimum 18.
I'm 32.
Do you know look 32?
Well, that's a pretty good compliment, actually. Thanks.
Okay. Kiss and Kellen, stay away for a while, then come back is okay. But give time, yes?
All right, fair enough. Well, thank you for your kindness and understanding. I'm gonna go take care of this issue we're having right now in our artistic direction.
He smiles. Good luck, good luck. Back at the table, Guy, as soon as Olivia leaves, Guy gets like really awkward. And guys, I just like gotta go bathroom. I'm gonna try and complete the cowboy this time. See you later. And takes off. Leaving.
I go back to the table.
Did he
Oh.
Actually,
complete the cowboy?
Yeah, he's gotta complete the cowboy.
What does that mean?
Maybe you should ask him some point in time. Meanwhile, Kellen and Peony have a few moments alone before Olivia walks in. Just the two of you.
Really nice that you wrote that song. That was very brave of you.
Thanks. I feel like my writing's been improving. I hope you liked it.
I did. I liked it a lot.
Good. I'm glad. I hope that it stays with you as you continue to travel wherever you're going next.
I don't like to think of it that way. Like the song is with me now, but it's free to go wherever it wants and it can travel everywhere. Because that's kind of the power of music, is that you can't, unlike the hippogriff, you cannot you can't tell it where to go. And I think that's so beautiful.
But can you tell a hippogriff where to go? Really?
You can, yeah.
Oh.
They served a
Well.
whole bunch of it actually last night. So
Okay, you're right. I mean, I don't really know anything
they
about
pretty
hippogriffs.
clearly told it exactly where to go.
Well, basically what I was asking is like, where are you off to next with my song or otherwise?
Honestly, I just kind of came here hoping to instill a positive message about hippogriffs, and from there, I don't really know. I have been a part of kind of a traveling group of philosophers, but they also were not restrained, so they kind of went away in different directions. So now I'm just kind of here.
Philosophers, did you go to school or something for philosophy since I last saw you, or?
No, see, that's something that the upper class kind of tells us has to happen to do that. Like you need experience or education or some kind of credential, but all of those are boxes. That's that's just a way to make it so that other people can't access it, and that's like listen to poor Olivia. Like she was like, how do you even get out of a box? How do you open a box? And that's exactly what can happen when you start to kind of buy into it and believe that there's these things that hold us back and you can't get out of it.
Are you saying that Olivia's in a box?
If anyone knows about Olivia's box, it would be you.
I mean, yeah, that's true. What?
She didn't laugh in person. That's just Jeff laughing.
Oh. All right. Well, I guess we just leave it at that and sit in companionable silence.
Yeah.
Olivia comes back in a few minutes later.
I don't know if that's possible, but if I could have I don't know how the chainmail thing plays out, but I would have tried to sexify it.
Oh wow.
How do you sexify your chainmail?
Well, I would think there's some clothes underneath, right?
Yeah, you don't really wear padding to keep it from pinching things and to keep it from like hurting when you get hit. And then you've got like regular clothes underneath the padding, or at least some level of clothing.
So I'm gonna try to show more skin underneath my jeans.
You can like take away the padding and then just like have very little on underneath, and the chainmail will act as a semi-sheer surface. So you can see like that there's skin, but you can't actually see anything other than like curves.
Yeah.
But then as you walk, it'll like pinch you and stuff.
Olivia's going
Maybe
for
a little, yeah.
So I get back like that.
Olivia walks into the room like this, and if you haven't picked up on this yet, Jeff, Olivia is a stunner to begin with.
Oh yeah. I mean, kind of as a background, I guess. There's just absolute like Peen sees the beauty in everyone, both physical and spiritual. So she's not super moved by that. But she does notice that Olivia's showing more skin, and as she walks in, she kind of gives a rueful smile and says, "Olivia, you are so beautiful."
Ah, thank you. That's really sweet of you. But I really wanted to touch upon a point with both of you guys while we're at it. So considering I'm the band manager, I think it would be very important that from now on, any new piece of art is vetted by me, and that we make sure that we present in the correct context, because right now we have hurt our branding in this region and it's not good for the band.
Whoa.
Peen looks over at Kellen and just mouths the word box to you.
You're saying you want me to run all of my art by you to see if it's acceptable?
Well, prior to showcasing it as a public event, yes, because usually I actually do the introduction and then, I present you, and we kind of went off brand here. Also, like, if you want to start a solo performer career, that's also something we need to discuss, because it's kind of separate from the whole band thing, and we don't even have a bodyguard anymore. So our whole thing is kind of a little blurry right now.
I mean, like, what happens if we get to the point where you're like, Kellen, I don't think this song's on brand, and I'm like, hey, I am the brand and I think it's on brand. Like, what then?
I can actually, I'm not like, I don't need a job because I don't really believe in that, but I actually am an incredible, it's a kind of different fighting style, but I'm actually very skilled person in what's called tandem dog fighting.
What is that?
It's where I and a highly trained dog fight together in unison, and we can defend you. Barris came up and ran on my leg just as I said that.
Well, if you do want to replace our...
Wow, I didn't notice that dog you had with you the whole time.
Do you actually have a dog?
No, just Jeff.
Is Jeff a dog?
Yeah. Peony's dog, Jeff, has been sitting at the table the whole time. Wow, I remember Jeff. Jeff's so cute. Kellen pats Jeff on the head.
Are we pretending I have a dog?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your trained fighting dog.
All right, can it be a big English bulldog then?
Whatever you want, man.
I say, like, you didn't know this, so it's fine, but please don't pet him, because right now it's actually really important towards tandem dog fighting that I treat him as isolated, because we failed in our last fight, and I don't believe in like corporal punishment or in hurting him physically. So what I do is I emotionally abuse him.
That's horrible.
Yeah, well, you
How
know what's
dare
even worse? Losing a fight with your tandem dog fighting style. So we try, it's like, it's not ideal, but in a mean world where like people make arguments that hippogriffs don't have any value, you have to be mean.
I don't agree. I don't think you should ever abuse dogs in any way. And Kellen keeps petting Jeff.
Well, maybe we should do a song about that too then.
As long as it checks out with you art checker.
Yeah, I'll take a look at it once it's done, obviously, before we broadcast it to the masses. You know, we need to make sure that it's broadcasted at the right time to the right crew.
Look, I just want to make art and pet dogs, okay? Like, if both of you have a problem with that, then maybe we just shouldn't hang out. I'm just going to go make up a song and then play it and pet this dog, okay? So, cool. Glad that's cool with everybody. Or even if it isn't, it's cool with me.
So are you just to make sure, are you going to play it in public or?
Ah! He walks off.
Olivia, whenever... This is like, I know this is kind of weird, but like whatever. I'm free, not in a box. So I'm just gonna say it. When Kellen gets worked up like that, oftentimes what he needs is some physical action.
Well, maybe that was how you settled things, but here we actually talk about our issues and our feelings. So I'm gonna let him cool off, and then we're gonna resolve this calmly. And then we may get in some pretty good action, to be honest.
Okay, but not on the chainmail because I think that'd be painful. I've tried with him.
Well, Well, thanks for the heads up. I'm sure your advice is as useful as the previous one with the beeswax on the ice.
How was that? How was that, by the way?
It definitely helped a lot.
It's experimental, so that's like really good feedback to hear, because if tandem dogfighting bodyguarding doesn't work, I'm thinking about going into bees.
I really think you should. I think this is a great path to explore for your career.
I appreciate you saying that, but the thing I struggle with is, like, if you think that's a good path for my career, a path is just another box. It's like it's
I love that Jeff just keeps cracking up over his own ideas for this character because he's trying to make fun of me with it.
You guys didn't see us off camera yesterday. I told Anne about my idea for the character, and I said she's.
Don't.
There's so much context to this. I told her she's a beautiful redheaded 5'6" tall woman, and Anna shouted 5'7", which for years I've been telling her she's 5'7". When she says she's 5'8", and I fucking finally brainwashed her. It was so funny.
You tricked me.
It took so long.
Wonderful. So Kellen, you run into Guy as you're like storming off. He's headed down the hallway back kind of towards you.
I'm bringing the dog, by the way.
What?
Yeah,
No.
I told you I was going to go pet dogs and write songs.
You can pet him, but he doesn't follow you.
Are you sure? I try to get him to follow me, and I give him some hippogriff meat.
That'll do it. An emotionally and maybe physically starved dog.
Yeah.
Not in tandem dogfighting cultures, guys.
All right, I'll let you guys make opposed charisma checks. Jeff, you don't have stats yet.
Right.
So
Let's just give me the max, I guess.
We'll just give you like a 14. Yeah. Are you logged into Roll20 even?
You can roll for me, Neil. It does. Anyone can roll and beat Anna. It's fine. Just
Cool.
someone can roll.
Lol.
D20 plus 14 for Jeff is a total of 18. I should probably turn chat on.
Get wrecked.
All right, so that's 18 for Peony and a 33 for Kellen. So the dog.
Your dog hates you, and it comes with me easy mode.
You thinking a dog can only hate or something like that? That's a box.
I didn't ask you or talk to you about it. I just started petting Jeff the dog and took him or her with me.
It's a he, yeah.
Yep. So anyway, I run into Guy with this dog, you were saying, Neil.
Yeah. And guys like, whew, it's just you. Dude, I am like so sorry for inviting Peony to dinner. I like did not realize what was going on.
Yeah, she's intense, huh?
Yeah. Like, I can see the allure, like socially active, conscious of the world and what's going on, like
super
trying to make
hot. Yeah.
Yeah, like super hot. You know, if you're into that like classical hotness or whatever. But like, she's kind of a pain to be around. No offense, like I hope that doesn't bother you for me to say that.
No, I mean, if it wasn't clear, I broke up with her. Like,
Well, I mean, like everyone says they broke up with the other person, you know.
well, this time it's true.
Oh. Anyway, I wrote a song.
Really? Do you want to play it for me?
Sure. I don't have any music for it yet. I just have like lyrics.
Okay, cool. So it's like a poetry recitation.
Could
at
be,
this
yeah,
point.
yeah.
Me and Jeff the dog will listen. I think Jeff the dog really needs some, you know, like, he needs some healing. So hopefully your words can like provide that for him.
All right. He squats down in the hallway right there, looks at Jeff the dog in the face, and begins to sing his song, which goes, I got you through and through. Let me tell you, what we have ain't new. I felt you, you felt me. We know what's true, what needs to be. The world needs us. We belong to it. It needs us, and that's about it. I haven't figured out any more of the song, but Jeff the dog's here, and not very long. And that's it. That's what I got.
Nice, man. Yeah.
Mhm.
Keep workshopping it. It's coming together.
Right. I'll see you later. And he just like defeatedly walks out on you.
What? Why defeated? Man. I
'Cause,
just
like-
you said that you hadn't finished it. So I was like, yeah. you know.
Yeah, but like I thought you would understand.
Understand like a song going through the like revision process?
No, man, like the deeper, like what I meant by the song, whether it was finished or not, whether it was polished or not, like the core of what it is still there. You know? Song about two connected people who, through all things, end up together and know each other well and, you know, are, you know,
Yeah.
like Olivia said I should, you know, write a song about a soulmate, and, you know, so I started writing, and I thought you would understand it.
Oh, like you feel like you're Olivia's soulmate?
No. No.
Well, cool. I'm glad that, you know, we can all be really open about our feelings and stuff. So that's awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
We all have a lot of feelings right now.
Yeah. A lot of feelings.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm just gonna go workshop this around. Bye. And he leaves. Okay, so Olivia...
Helen's like, "Ugh," and just walks to his room with Jeff the dog.
All right. Olivia and Peonies, anything else you have to do? Olivia, were you gonna do something to Kellen, or with Kellen, or for Kellen, or about Kellen, or above Kellen, or below Kellen, or to the left of Kellen? Were you going to preposition Kellen?
I think I would let Kellen have his space for a little while, and I would go up to my room and start trying to write my first song with music.
Oh.
Wow.
Don't leave Kellen alone. You know those elves. You just leave them alone when they're upset, and it doesn't go well. It's a jab at V, but never mind. I also think that's about it for today. I don't think we can get anywhere else other than this, so this is a great stopping point. It's been a hell of an episode. A little bit of up, a little bit of down, a little bit of peony all around, and why don't we do some shout outs and head out for the day? Starting with our guest here, Jeff.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it. I'm a little bit disgruntled by everyone mispronouncing my name, but you know what? It takes time. That too is just a box that people are in, is their pronunciations. It was fun. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure. Olivia.
Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I'm looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen with our cast of characters. It's getting pretty hectic, but Neil cannot triumph at breaking us apart.
I tried to keep you guys together so hard. I
No,
tried.
you didn't.
I tried to cause problems and then like let you fix them, and they just became really chaotic problems.
You can follow me at Live in Pink, and I'm pretty sure none of you are from there, but if you happen to be in Brazil and are gonna attend the Pro League finals of Rainbow Six, I'm gonna be there!
Cool.
This Saturday and Sunday! Yay, Brazil!
Yay! And
Yeah, I'm pretty excited actually. That's cool.
cool. And Anna.
I am headed to PAX Unplugged on Thursday, and I'll be there for all the days, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. On Friday, I'm doing a live game of Dice Camera Action, which is Dungeons & Dragons as well, for Wizards of the Coast. That'll be on twitch.tv/PAX. I think it's like at 8 Eastern time, something like that, 8 or 8:30. Friday night. Saturday morning at 10:30 Eastern, I'm on a panel about streaming tabletop role-playing games with a whole bunch of cool, awesome people. And then also with a bunch of cool, awesome people on Sunday at 3, I'm doing a panel called the GM Improv Showdown, where it's just like an improv game with a whole bunch of people who like to play role-playing games. And I'll be there on site in Philadelphia. Oh, and those last 2 panels are streamed on twitch.tv/PAX2 if you want to tune in. And I'll be tweeting that schedule too. So if you want to keep in touch, it'll be at Anna Prosser on Twitter. And all that'll be in Philadelphia. So if you're there, come say hi. And that's it.
All right. I'm Neil, also known as Quabu. I got a bunch of D&D stuff on my channel all the time, but nothing new coming out soon. So that's that. We will see you guys not next week. We do not have a show next week for Devotion, but the week after that, which I think will be the 28th of November. So we'll see you then. Good night, everybody.